Hello friends, welcome to the TechBaySoft. So as object class series is going on, so the last session we have covered equals method and toString method, right? That was a two top method of object class, and then today we are going to cover that hashCode method. So let me recap once. Okay, toString method is represent the strings of your objects, right? So when you will pass the references and parameter, then it was called the toString method. So it returned the string representation of the objects. By default, it returned the class name followed by the hashCode, but it's commonly overridden to provide meaningful sharing representation, right? So that is the use of toString. So normally we do override toString. If it will not override, it will give me some kind of hashCode representation with this class name, right? That will in the form of hexadecimal format, right? And equals method we have seen, right? That does do the content comparison, right? If you'll override it, if you'll not override, it will do a reference comparison. It is also a equal object class method, right? Now today we are going to understand hashCode method, what hashCode does and why it is useful. It is one of the important method actually. So let me create a new class. With the help of that we can understand how does hashCode work. Okay, so let me create a new class here and we'll give a name like hashCode example. So we'll take example of employee only. So we have a one employee class, right, that we created on the last day, which we having ID name, which we will having a one constructor getters, and it is having a like equals method also overridden, right? Now let's understand how this class can use in case of hashCode and why it is required actually. Okay, so let me go to this class where we have given the name hashCode example, right? Where it is in hashCode example. So I'm creating the main method here. What I will do first, I will create object of employee class. So I will go and create an object of employee class, and I will pass here some values like one ID and name is like suppose Alan. And second, again I'm going to create one more object here, which could be 1, Alan. Okay, so hashCode will be generated for what, that we have to understand first. Okay, let me display that first. Sysout system.out.println, and I will write here e.hashCode, and same I will use here system.out.println, and I will write here e1.hashCode, right? So first what it will do, it will give me hashCode for e object and hashCode for e1 object. So for what it will generate the hashCode? HashCode is nothing like a one kind of integer values. Okay, you can see here it return an integer hashCode for the object. HashCode means it is a kind of values that could be in 6 to 8 digit. It will generate for that every values. So what value we are adding here, that we have to understand. So we are adding here 1, ln, 1, ln. So for 1 and ln, it will combine both and will generate the one hashCode. And second, for 1, ln, it will combine both and generate the one hashCode. So with the help of hashCode only we can understand that object are unique or the object are different. Object means object value I'm talking here, right? 1, ln, 1, ln. So 1, ln, 1, ln, they both are the same only right now, right? But let's see what the hashCode will generate here. So this time it will give me two different hashCode, right? One is 455659002 250421012, right? So this time I'm getting a two different hashCode, right? But the value are the same. That means it is calling a hashCode of object class. So we know that we are using an employee class object, right? And employee class having a parent which is object only. So indirectly it is extending the object class, or we can we can extend also, right? Because object class method we are going to cover. So that means I did not create hashCode method here. It is directly calling from the object class. Object class hashCode method will give me some hashCode value, but for every object it will not check this is the same or not. It will generate a different hashCode value for it, which is not right actually. So what do? We have to write a code like that way if object are same, because later on the one topic is coming like collection, which is a one kind of data structures where we are going to manage some kind of uniqueness. right? So wherever you want to maintain uniqueness, right, or whenever you want to don't allow duplicates, that time this hashCode does play very important role, right? So now you have to understand that this time it is calling object class hashCode method, and object class hashCode method, what does it do? It will give me a different hashCode for every values. It will not check these are the same or not, right? But this time the rule does say that if they are the same, it should give me same hashCode, and with the help of hashCode only I can understand that these objects values are same or these objects value are different, right? So I have two different objects right now, and both I am getting the different values, which is not right. So what I will do, I will using the employee class only here, right? So I will go to the employee class, and here I will override the equals hashCode method, sorry. So I will override the hashCode method. So why remove the equals method? Because hashCode come and equals both come in a one shot only. We don't have a different way to override it, right? So when I will do this, yes, so it will generate the equals as well as hashCode for both variable id comma name and id comma name. Equals we have already seen yesterday, okay? These both come in a one particular kind of package or one combination of both, right? So both are interrelated to each other. That's why Java ID does allow that whenever you're overriding hashCode, please override the equals as well with it. And if you're overriding the equals, and please override the hashCode as well. Why it is both is combined, that also we'll understand later on. Right now you have to understand differently. Equals does use for content comparison, where hashCode is used to give me a one values, and it is checking the object's value. According to the object's value, it will give me a one value actually. What value it will give? That will some hexadecimal value in the form of numbers. So this time what happened, right? I did not do any changes with the code. The same 1 comma ln 1 comma ln, right? Now let me run this code. So this time you can see that I am getting the exact same value, even there is a no differ in between, right? So 633543114, 633543114. So these are the two unique value that is happening because I overrided the hashCode method into my employee class, right? If I will not override that employee class, so this time hashCode is not calling from the object class. This is calling from the employee class only. So whatever the object class method we have, right, if you want to see the exact behavior of them, right, you have to override that in your class, and then only you have to call them. So that means you will change the behavior of it, and then it will work according to your requirement, right? If you will not override it, that time also it will call, but that time it will call the object class hashCode method, object class all the methods, which will not give me good result actually, which will not give me the exact result which I want here. Okay, so hashCode, you can see, right, what hashCode does, how does it look like. So hashCode does is a one method of, we are again writing override here. Override means it is from the parent class, right? That means it is written in the int value, and it is a public also, right? hashCode public int equal also public. So right now we are understanding equals and hashCode differently, but later on that one topic is coming which is called hashing, right? That I will cover when I will start the collection. That time we will understand what is the combination of equals and hashCode and why they both come in together, why they are not to come in different way like that, right? So this time hashCode is clear to everyone. Let me re-explain once again. hashCode will give me one integer value. So whichever value we are adding under the object, it will calculate hashCode for every variable, and it will combine them, and accordingly it will generate the one integer value, numeric value, and the numeric value we will get it. If it is calling the object class hashCode, that time I will get the different hashCode value. If we'll override it, that time it will give me a same hashCode value, right? So the code of this hashCode, you don't have to write it, you just have to take from the ID. With the ID itself you will get it, and you just have to call it. That's it. Okay, you don't have to worry about the equals method code and hashCode method code. You just have to call them, and ID itself will give the option, right, in the generate itself, like generate equals and hashCode, like that only. Okay. Now the next method that we are going to cover is called getClass. Okay, so what is a getClass that we are going to understand? GetClass method, the Java return the runtime class of an object, right? Runtime class of an object, what does it means? That I will explain you, right? And we have seen that one more time, if you can remember that when we were covering that runtime polymorphism or overriding, right? That time I forcefully said what is a runtime class actually. When we were writing, right, parent reference is holding the child object, parent reference holding the child object, that is dynamically it is loading the classes, right? So you have to understand right now, getClass method is of Java return the runtime class of an object. It method inherit from the object class. So every object Java has access of it, right? So that means every object, whichever object we are creating, that every object can access this particular getClass method. How does it work? That we are going to look on the example. Okay, so now let me open this example here. So what I did here, let's understand for this. Okay, I created one example class. The name is example2. Okay, inside that I created one main method, and here I created three different variable. One str hello as num45. Let me delete this one. Okay, otherwise it will give a confusion to you. Let me delete this part. I will take it later on, and let me delete this one as well. As simple, there is a simple main class, right? What it is having? It is having a like variable string hello num45 decimal 3.2. So decimal is a type of double, num is type of integer, str is type of string. So here integer, double are the wrapper classes that also we have covered. It is not new for you, right? And string is a class which is having a collection of characters. Now what we are getting here? See, here we are getting str.getClass. So getClass is a one method of, here I am calling str. str is a string. So string.getClass. That is a way to understand that this method is belongs to which particular class. So if someone will ask you, it is an interview questions actually, and you have to remember that in your day-to-day coding as well, because it's very important, right? To understand the flow of the execution, right? Flow of the program also. This method belongs to which particular class? How can I identify it? So you have to understand that this is calling from which particular reference. So it is calling from the str. str is what? str is a reference of a string class. So that means here we are saying that getClass method is from the string class. But it is not in a string class. It is a parent of the string class, which is an object class. So object is a parent of all the classes, right? So that's my str.getClass. So getClass is not from the string. It is from the object only. Same like a num.getClass. So num is a type of integer. So that means getClass is not a part of integer, but it is a part of object only. Same like getClass here decimal. Decimal is a type of double. So getClass is a part of object class, not from the double, right? So let me run this things first. Okay, now let me comment this. Okay, what does it do? If I will run this code, does it having any problem? Okay, I think I will write one more closing. So this time you can see here it is giving what? str.getClass. It is giving me a java.lang. I mean, in which package it is present and what is the name of the class? String. So strings again is a part of lang package. I have given this bit idea about lang package when we have started that object class, right? What is lang package? That is a package which is automatically import. We don't have to import it. All the wrapper classes and string class are part of lang only. So same here giving getClass. So that means here it is giving me a package name with a particular class only. So runtime I am running the class. At the same time, I did not specify that anywhere, right? It is giving me a class. From there, it is present actually, right? So it is present from the string class. It is from the number class. It is present from the double class, like that, right? But we have one more way to get exact name only. If you do not want to give a package name, right? So that is a method name is called getSampleName. So str.getName.getSampleName, what does it do? It will remove the package name. It will give me only the class name only. So this time what happened, right? Let me run this. So this time you can see here it is giving me strings and integer only, right? If I did not write for double, if I will write double, it will give me for double also, right? So that time it get simple class name will be give me a simple class name only. getClass will be give me a package name with the specified class name. So this is a simple example which we have write string, integer and double, right? And I was getting what is the class it is belongs to, right? Now let's took some advanced label. So what I will do here, I will create two classes, which is animal and dog. Animal is having a one variable called name, which is a protected type, and dog is having a one variable name called breed, right? So dog is having a breed and animal is having a type of name only, right? So any type of animal will having a specific name, right? It's dog, cat, whichever it is, like elephant, right? It could be any type of animal that having a specific name only. So we are understanding here how does it work in kind of runtime polymorphism, or in terms of creating the object itself. So what I do here, I created the object of animal with the name of dog. So animal is a parent here and dog is a child here, right? Animal is a parent and dog is a child. Then what is happening here? Animal is storing the dog object, and here we are storing dog equal to new dog. That means here animal type is a reference and dog is an object. Here also dog is a reference and dog is an object. So that we have to understand the type here, right? So inside the animal, what it is storing? The dog object. Inside dog or dog object also it is storing the dog object. It is fine because it is supporting a runtime polymorphism where it is saying that the parent reference, animal is a parent, can hold the child object, right? So here what we are saying that, see, we are getting to know that what is the class of this particular animal. So animal is a part of what? It is a part of dog only. So it will give me dog, and here dog, it is also having a dog only. Then here it is understanding that animal.getClass and dog.getClass both are the same or not. So both are the same only. So it will give me a true like that. So let me run this code. So you can see here what you are getting. It is inheritance example, right? First animal reference dog, right? Dog reference dog, right? And then here we are getting true. So that way, if you are having like kind of overriding mechanism, right? If you are having a multiple kind of child, right, of one particular, let's say I have one more class which is like cat here, okay, which is like a cat here. Suppose let's say it is a cat. Not like this one, that should be dog only. Here it should be a class, sorry, class, and that should be like suppose cat, right? And here let me write cat only. So this time I have a two child of cat class, sorry, animal class. One is a cat and second one is a dog, right? So this time here we are storing the object of dog only. Later on what I will do, I can store here the object of in the animal, right? Animal 1, that could be a, let's say it is a like cat. Instead of animal, I can put that object of cat only, new cat. Right? Why it is not allowing? Cat extend animal only, right? Okay, I think I did a mistake here. I kept this cat class under the dog only, right? Which is not right. See here, it is closing the constructor and then cat is a part of dog only. So what I will do here, I have to write one more closing here, right? Then only it will become a different class. So that now the cat is a different class. It is not a part of this dog class. So this time it will not give me any error, right? And let me display here one more thing, object of, say, it should be a cat only here, right? Cat dog get class dot get simple, and here we can display that equals as well here. Sys out. So they are the same class. Here I can get the animal and I can get that cat. Okay. So this time I am comparing animal with the dog because animal is having a what? Animal is having a dog, right? So this time animal is having a dog. Okay, and let me create one more object of cat also. So cat c equal to like new cat. Okay, so I have a cat c object, and here I can see, right, animal dot get class, not animal, cat, right? So let me make it animal only here, animal 1. Okay, animal 1, and I will make it like suppose cat, so that way you will not confuse, right? So animal dot cat. So first we are having a animal object with the dog, one animal object with the cat, right? Animal and animal 1, and then we have a two different object, dog and cat, right? So I will keep like animal 1. So what is happening here? This time if I will display get dot get class dot get simple name, right, it will give me a name of the cat class only. Let me run this. So if I will run this, right, you can see here animal reference in inheritance. What is happening, right? I am getting the animal reference class dog, dog reference class dog. I think that should be cat only here. I did not change the name. Let me do the change here. Otherwise it will give the same only. So here animal reference of class dog, dog reference of class dog, cat reference of the class cat. Are they the same class? True. Are they the same class? True. So that way you can understand that if you want somewhere where you want to fetch that exact class name actually, okay, exact class name, that time we can use the get class and it will return the runtime object, okay, runtime object. So that time we are directly calling to the object class only. We can override that as well. We can go to this. Here we are using this directly, that string class only, right? So that's not required. It is calling the object class get class only. We do override that as well. Like for example, here we are using like dog, right? So in the dog class, we can go and override that get class, right? I think it's not required, okay, because it's not that much useful to override. Only for overriding we can use equals hashCode and toString. Get class we can directly call from the object class. It's not required. Whenever is required, we can override that as well. But right now we are not overriding. If you want to see the code, that is the code of it. Public final. One more thing, right? This method is final here, right? So final we also cover it. Final method we cannot override. So get class, always remember that it is from the object class, but get class cannot be overridden. Okay, other than the get class, we can override the method. The method which is a final method, right? That method cannot be overridden. So if you want to override that get class, we cannot override it because it is a final actually. That we have to understand. Okay. Rest, the three we have seen, toString, equals and hashCode, right? They are not final, and get class is a final method and final method cannot be overridden. So in this tutorial, we just understand that the working of hashCode and get class method, right? That's it for now. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care. If you like the video, please subscribe it. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye-bye.